Oh, I gotta record the Q&A video. All right, let me make sure that I got this recording going. All right, that's recording. Does it look clean enough behind me? All right, let's find some music to set the mood for the video. All right, that sounds good. Let me minimize that. All right, this is new quarantine hair. Look at that, got quarantine hair, big camera ready? Probably not. All right, let's hat it up. There we go, quarantine hair, don't care. What's going on, guys, is most of the world is locked at home, socially distancing from everybody else. There's a lot of content being consumed online. I've been getting a ton of questions about what's on my wrist, to what phone I'm using, why I switched to Android, new Pixels, new iPhones, and everything in between. And I finally have a moment of quiet in my house. So I want to sort of answer all of those questions, at least as many as I could, in one video. All right, so let's find the first question. Let me check YouTube. All right, so YouTube community post has a lot. OR Pang. So regarding the Pixel 5, now the assumption is that it'll be marketed as a mid-range phone. I think that Google will also release an Ultra Pixel for the high-end market. So we've been doing a lot of talk on the Pixel because I'm super interested in it. And it looks like the next generation Pixel is going to forego the flagship processor in favor of a less expensive, more mid-range Snapdragon chip. We actually did a whole video kind of detailing what I thought the Pixel 5 was going to be. But what I think is most interesting about the Pixel going mid-range is that it gives it a ton of headroom for the Ultra Pixel, which I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say is going to come this year. 120 hertz refresh screen, Snapdragon 865, 12 gigabytes of RAM, incredible cameras. I know I'm reciting things that kind of make it sound like a OnePlus type phone, but I think this is going to be the Pixel phone from an aesthetic, spec standpoint, performance standpoint that everyone's been waiting for. But it's mostly just hope. There's no inside information here, just hope that sort of bringing the regular Pixel line down gives a lot more room at the top for this phone, this mysterious phone that I want to have a home in my pocket. Let's go to Twitter. Alex Weinberg. What would it take for you to go back to the iPhone as your daily driver? Would it be a specific feature or an overall improvement? So I don't know if you guys saw a previous video, but now about 3 months ago, I switched to Android. And it wasn't because something that Android had, the iPhone didn't. I just needed a change in my perspective. So I'll probably go back to the iPhone when the new iPhones come out in September, use it for a few months, and then probably go back to Android. There wasn't like a one killer feature that I needed to have or was missing that Android had that iOS didn't. I just wanted to experience something different full time, sort of refresh my perspective. As I review a bunch of Android phones, I thought it was kind of really important to, at least my integrity, to be able to know the operating system inside and out as my only phone. So I'll probably switch, probably 6 months Android, 6 months iOS, and kind of keep that up. But new iPhones are always fun, so hopefully it'll be kind of fun to have. New message from Ben Solons. What's going on, buddy? All right. Gonna put my answer in Q&A video. So unsurprisingly to anybody that knows Ben, his question is, what would your perfect Tesla be? Man, I like to say a less expensive Model X would be pretty good so I can haul a lot of people and still have those crazy doors. But in all honesty, I think a Model Y is pretty close to perfect. Give it a longer range. If I could get a 400-mile range on it to alleviate any range anxiety, perhaps a usable third row, or even turn the third row backwards like a station wagon so it's facing out towards a rear glass. I think it would be a pretty close to perfect Tesla. I would love to see this promise of full self-driving be realized when it actually really is full self-driving. So that would be my ideal. I'm not looking for the crazy performance of a Roadster. I got 3 kids. The Roadster's not gonna be something that I'm ever going to drive. I'm really interested in the Cybertruck, but I think for just a car for everybody, the perfect Tesla would be one that could fit a lot of people, has a lot of range, still has the awesome performance that you get with the electric motors, the instant torque, but also can do the self-driving, can be sort of the ultimate tech piece, all coupled with the ultimate transportation piece. All right, so let's go back to Twitter again. James Baker, what do you think we'll get in the Galaxy Fold 2 and 20? What improvements do you think we'd see? Man, I spend way more time each day thinking about the Galaxy Fold 2 than is probably healthy. It's still my phone of choice. It's what's in my pocket. I love the original Galaxy Fold, and I still maintain that it's really not a phone for almost anybody. So first, this thing came spec to the gills, right? It was a $2,000 phone that came with 512 gigabytes of storage. I think that's too much. And current rumors are saying Samsung's gonna drop that to 256, try to get the price point down, which is awesome. But the biggest flaw with the phone is that outer screen. The aspect ratio is weird. The bezels are gigantic. I like to see the outer screen at least be a normal aspect ratio, so made it a little bit wider and a little bit taller, and actually make it usable as a regular phone. Also, maybe some sort of in-screen fingerprint reader, both on the outer screen and the inside screen, and a higher refresh rate. 90 hertz would be absolutely amazing in a phone like this, and a larger tablet inside is sort of my dream phone. It seems to all be very reasonable. It doesn't seem like things we're not going to get. I'd expect most of this, aside from maybe the fingerprint reader, to make its way to the Galaxy Fold 2. And if I can add one more thing to my wish list, legit facial unlocking would be awesome. Secure facial unlocking, not just the camera version that we have right now. So I can actually use it for third-party authentication would be huge. All right, looks like something new from Instagram. This is easy. iPad Pro 2020 review. I feel like I gotta preface this here. I love my 2018 iPad Pro. I've said it time and time again. I think it's the most perfect Apple product ever made, and I use it every day. So I was pretty stoked to get my 2020 iPad Pro in and see how much better it was than my 2018. And in all honesty, I have noticed zero difference at all in anything I do with the 2020 iPad versus the 2018. I don't use the cameras hardly ever. So maybe there'll be something where I want that LiDAR and that extra core for speed, perhaps someday. I don't think I'm gonna keep the 2020 iPad Pro. I think the recommendation I'm gonna give for everybody is try to find a really good deal on a 2018 iPad Pro and save your money. It's still gonna work with the Magic Trackpad, which I am super excited to try for an insane $350 price point. But seeing as I don't have to buy a new iPad Pro, it seems slightly more reasonable, at least in my head. But all right, so let's check the comments in some recent videos. Man, some of those are harsh. All right, Sinan Mansawa. Just curious, what type of watch do you have on? This is a question that I get all the time. It's this guy. It is the Samsung Galaxy Active 2. It'll work with any Android phone. It's been a big, really nice replacement for me for the Apple Watch. It does almost everything the Apple Watch did, but has significantly better battery life. End of the day, I have like 85% battery life left. I think the Apple Watch is probably the best wearable going, but this is a really close second. And it's made me not miss the Apple Watch at all. And I relied really heavily on it for notifications. So I'm really happy to have this. Waterproofing, I can take it swimming if I want to. I can take it in the shower. It has been almost as good as the Apple Watch and significantly better than anything running Wear OS. All right, next, John, 500 followers by 2030. Team Carol or Team Joe? I have not seen Tiger King. Perhaps that's gonna be a controversial statement. I like to say I'm saving it, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch it. And the fact that it's everybody's talking about it, I already know it exists, and I know what Team Carol or Team Joe means, but I have not seen Tiger King, so I don't know. And also, I don't want to come to your island on Animal Crossing. All right, so that was my quarantine Q&A, and one of the few minutes when it's quiet in my house. If you guys are rocking quarantine hair, also give the video a thumbs up. We can, in solidarity, miss the days and we used to be able to go get haircuts. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're gonna try to do one of these videos at least once a month. There's a bunch of stuff to talk about right now. Until next time, I'm John Rettinger. All right. I really hope That's saved.